Another day, another chapter, and today we'll be speaking about if statements. So, programming often involves examining set of conditions and deciding. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, it basically involves a lot of examining set of conditions and deciding which action to take based on those conditions. Python's if statement allows you to examine the current state of a program and respond appropriately to that state. In this chapter, you'll learn how to write conditional tests to allow you to check any condition of interest. You'll learn to write if statements, and you'll learn how to create a more complex series of if statements to identify the exact conditions you want to present. You'll then apply this concept to lists, so you'll be able to write a for loop that handles most items in the list one way, but handles certain items with values in a different way. Simple example. The following example shows how if tests let you respond to special situations correctly. Imagine you have a list of cars and you want to print out the name of each car. Car names are proper names, so the names of most cars should be printed in italic case. However, the value BMW should be printed in all uppercase. The following code loops right through code read this following code right loops through a different list of car names and looks for the value. Whenever the value is BMW is printed in uppercase instead of title case. So let me go to okay, so you got that. So obviously you got this array, then you got the elements within that array, you got your for loop, your if statement, your else statement, right? Then you also it's gonna run override. So if your car is equal to BMW, the string, the element, right? In the array, then you're gonna press print car upper, also print car title, right? Okay. The loop in this example first checks if the current value of car is PM, right? If it is, the value is printed in uppercase. If the value of car is anything other than BMW, it's printed in title case. Right, so obviously, general knowledge, obviously BMW is spelled uppercase. If car need equal to BMW, so print car upper, right? Every letter in that needs to be in uppercase. Whereas for any other car, just the first letter of these car names should be in uppercase. For PM, every single letter. So obviously we do an if statement, right? So if, right? So obviously it's not a, yes, if, right? If PM car equals PM, so yeah, that's what you got. Then it's gonna be upper, everything else, if it's anything other than PM, there's no condition, right? So it's just an else, it's just gonna relegate it, then it's just gonna be car, right? So the function just prompts like the function, and then within here the string is gonna prompt car, prompt the variable car within the string, then title the function is gonna make sure that the car name runs in such a way that the first letter will be a capital, then whatever is in there, yeah. Conditional tests. Checking for equality. Most condition tests compare the current value of a variable to a specific value of interest. Simplest conditional test checks whether the value of a variable is equal to the value of interest. Car equals BMW car. The The first line sets the value of car to BMW using a single equal sign. As you've seen many times already, the next line checks whether the value of car is BMW by using a double equal sign. The equality operator returns true if the values on the left and right side of the operator match, and false if they don't match. The values in the example match, so Python returns true. When the value of car is anything other than BM, this test returns false. Single equal sign is really a statement. You might read the first line of code here, set the value of car equal to Audi, and a double equal sign as a question. So this really is a statement. So you basically setting the value. So this is pretty much setting the value, whereas this is also a question because it's got double equals. No in case when checking for equality. Testing for equality is case sensitive in Python. For example, two values with different capitalization are not considered equal. Car equals Audi, car. So if match. So Python change when the okay. So testing for equality case sensitive. For example, two values with different capitalization not considered equal. Right. If case matters, this behavior is advantageous. Right. But if it case doesn't matter, instead you just want to test the value of a variable, you can convert the variable's value or case before doing the comparison. So car equals Audi, then car lower equals Audi, true. This test will turn true no matter how the value Audi is formatted because the test is now case insensitive. The lower method doesn't change the value that was originally stored in the car, so you can do this kind of comparison without affecting the original value. This can equal true, car equals Audi. So checking for equality. Request a topping mushrooms. If request a topping, so okay. If requesting topping does not equal to anchovies, print whole anchovies. Requesting topping mushrooms. Requesting topping does not equal, so this is an equality operator. So basically this lets you use another if statement to examine how to use the equality operator. Store request pizza topping in the variable, then print a message if the person did not order anchovies mushrooms. If requested topping does not equal to anchovies, print all the anchovies. Anchovies. All the anchovies. So obviously request topping equals mushrooms. So obviously if requesting topping if statement is does not equal to anchovies, hold the anchovies, whereas if it does, right? Oops. You didn't hear that. Okay. So yeah, that's what you do there. Yeah. So you do the mushrooms. So obviously, yeah, it's gonna run that. Open trophies, numerical comparisons, age. So as you can see, there are multiple examples here. Just so numerical comparisons. Okay. So yeah, that's how you got comment these. Got here. You can also just see if two numbers are not equal. For example, the following code prints a message if the given answer is not correct. As you can see, there are multiple examples of this, right? Multiple examples of if statements being used. Let me go with this one here. So you can if else if. So if there's if already, else if, right? This is an abbreviated version of else if. So age equals 12 if age is lower than 4, price equals 0. So to recommend the variable, right, is needs to equal 12 if it's lower than 4. So your if statement lower than 4 is 0. Age is greater than 18, 25 greater than 65, 40 to be lower than 65 is 40. If your age is greater than 65 or equal 65, it's going to be 20. The admission cost is late. Let's run this if statement. Your else if statement. The admission cost is 25, right? Because your age is greater than 18. I mean, it's lower than 18, but it's greater than 4, so it's going to be 25. If your age had to be like 19, since your admission cost is 25, because of those conditions in the if statement, right? Your admission cost is 40, so it's gonna be $40. emission is 40, right? So that's an example of if statements. Those are if statements. So there are multiple examples, right? How you do this. So checking whether values in a list, right? Request toppings, checking whether values not in a list. Band uses user Mary. So let's run this. Let's see this. Let's see band users. Actually, I'm actually interested. So there's a band if statement. If user not in band user print, you can post a response where you can post a response if you wish. So band uses Andrew, Carolina, David, and user of Mary. So these are your variables. So band uses these guys cannot post a response, right? So basically, if user not in band uses not in band uses. So this is just a condition. So if statement. So if user not in, hope you understand English. So if user not in if statement, right? In if statement, not in, right? Basically the condition, band user the variable, then user is the second variable, it's Mary, right? So that string, and that value or string, right, is user. That value is print user. So this f sets a condition as a function, right? User is the variable, like the literal variable Mary. Title, the first letter in her name is going to be a capital, so the M here is going to be a capital. Then brackets, right, just empty. It's a little string. It's a version of the string where each word is title cased. Each word is title cased, which returns a variable. You can post a response if you wish. So you can post a response if you wish. So this is the string that's going to be posted. Obviously, it has no attached values at all. This is going to be attached if you wish, right? It's going to be attached. Same thing with cars. What we've done cars. Magic toppings. If answer is not equal, so this is inequality condition, right? Within the if statement, so your answer is your variable. Answer is equal to variable. If it doesn't, that is not the correct answer. Please try again. So yeah. So obviously your answer is 17, right? Print this out in your terminal. If you really want to know how to use terminal, go to command palette, Python, run Python file in terminal, and then yeah, that is not correct. Please try again. Whereas for answer, if it's going to be 42, right? So if it's equal to 42, it's not gonna run anything. It's not gonna run anything because the condition wasn't set to run like that. Then put an else alif. Right? Let me put an alif. Right, equals 42. Print. Whoa. Okay, print. Okay, right. Okay, that is that is correct answer. else, yeah. So this is if else. That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. Thanks, sweet. Let me fix that. So basically, I put an if else statement in there. Right. So I expanded the if else. Right. Okay. So that is the correct answer. Oh, you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's an if else statement. Okay. It's an if else Boolean expressions. True or false. Okay. Boolean statement. Right. Same thing. True statement. Yeah. Please register to vote as soon as you turn 18. You're old enough. As you can see here, if before it was 17, so it print